Today, Amazing Workplaces goes in conversation with Rohit Thakral. Rohit is an entrepreneur and a business automation consultant. Interestingly, he's also been a radio jockey. So welcome Rohit to Amazing Workplaces. So how does it feel to be at Amazing Workplaces?
It sounds fantastic and I'm looking forward to the interview. To be honest, I'm a bit scared as well. I don't know what sort of questions are coming at me. But sure.
Oh, simple questions.
That's good. I haven't done an exam for probably around 15 years now, so this will be a nice
Nothing
exam
is out of
for
the
me.
course actually. So one thing which interests me is your experience as a radio jockey. I'm sure we'll talk about the entrepreneurship part, but I think the audience would love to know about your radio jockey thing.
That was actually just to promote the Indian culture in Ireland, in Dublin. Ireland doesn't have a big Indian population. And especially back then when I started the radio program in 2008, it wasn't as big at all. And then we went in, we said, look guys, we can produce something for you. And they said, we'll be happy to do it. It's a special program. We'll put it at a special time, which will be 8 p.m. on a Friday. Fantastic. But yeah, it went live. We were talking everything about Bollywood, what's happening in Bollywood, new movies and all. So it was good experience, let's put it this way.
Interesting, yeah. So now tell us something about target integration. What is your vision for the company and your future plans?
Target integration's vision is primarily to help businesses. We are in business to help small to medium-sized companies to grow their business. So our plan is, we come in, we work with you, we provide a technological solution, a business automation tool.
Yeah.
We bring in our processes, standard processes, and say, look, these are the optimized processes. Use them and you will get growth. You will get optimized performance from your employees. And that's how we come in and help them. So that's what we want to do. We want to help as many businesses as possible. We work with some of the biggest software vendors in the world and bring their tools with us.
Okay.
You asked about the vision of the company. Future, of course, is automation. As the labor market stagnates, and you find it difficult to find good employees. You find it difficult to train people, retain people, and that's where automation comes in. That's where processes come in. That's where, if an employee leaves an organization, the process can make sure that the business still runs. So, from a vision perspective, we are planning to go into US. We are planning to go in Australia soon, and that will make the number of countries from 4 to 6.
So currently, which countries are you in apart from India?
So business was started in Ireland.
Yeah.
Of course, the HQ sits there. Then we have UK, we are in Birmingham there. We have a development center in Greece, and we've got 3 offices in India. So where we are sitting at the moment, Gurgaon, which serves as the New Delhi office. Then we have Bangalore and Mumbai.
So Rohit, tell me, how do you update yourself and your employees with the current market and software updates?
See, primarily the updates go through a lot of training courses. We ensure that everybody, and one of the employee recently, when we hired him, he had a question, do you deliver training courses and do you provide time and support? We do. We support every employee to train themselves during office hours. Not that you have to go home and then spend time away from your family and study. No, we support training courses, education, on-the-job training. We encourage everybody to read blogs. We encourage everybody to kind of go through their own self-training as well. And the company supports them. So if you want to go through, say like you're a BTech and you want to go through an MTech program, we'll support you with that.
Okay. Tell me, how does target integration help organizations at large?
So we work with businesses. We generally become a part of their processes. So we go in, talk to them about their sales, marketing, how do they bring in orders, how do they fulfill those orders. So how do they take care of the stock, if they manufacture their products, how do they manufacture, where do they keep their bill of materials, how do they ensure that enough raw material is available to fulfill the orders, and then of course ultimately deliver the order to the customer. Once we work with them, we understand their processes, we then bring in a software tool which ensures that all the business processes can be taken care in this software tool. we train their users up, we put their new processes into the system, and then we provide them support on an ongoing basis. So what that means is, if a new employee comes in, you just have to learn that piece of the software, and he's up to speed with the business.
Okay, great. So may I ask who are some of your prestigious clients?
We work with, if you look at us globally, we work with one of the biggest scaffolding manufacturing firm in Ireland. They have offices around the globe, including Australia and UK. Then we work with an Irish credit union. We work with a number of prestigious clients here in India as well. Some of the clients, and because we work so closely with them, we know their financials, we know their turnover, we know everything about them. And it is difficult to mention everybody's name sometimes. So
That's okay, yeah. So Rohit, you are a first generation entrepreneur. Yeah, am I right?
you can say that. My mom had a business, it was a small cosmetics shop, but sure, target integration is one of its kind, and of course nobody was in business when I started the business in the family now.
Okay, so what does it take to build an organization of this level, and how can one ensure success of an organization?
People, one word, and I think that summarizes all. If you have a good team of people around you, and to be honest, one or two count as well. If you have the right team with you, everything else comes together very easily. They can help you, they can support you, they can guide you, they can challenge you, they can even question you when you take a decision which they think isn't right. And I'm glad, I'm honored, I am thankful that I've had those people working with me, and some of those people have been working with me since the beginning of the business.
That's great, yeah. So Rohit, you have said that people make the organization, but I think it's the leader who guides those people. That's an important aspect of any organization per se. So how would you describe your role as a leader, and what kind of leadership do you believe in?
I don't think so, sorry. I don't think I can just give credit to myself. Yes, even leaders are made as well. They have to have right coaches, right guides beside them, right, let's put it this way, their support, their school, their training. Ultimately what a leader needs to understand, I think, and again I can just give my opinion or my experience, a leader needs to understand to correct his mistakes. A leader needs to understand that he can be wrong as well. It's not that all my decisions have always been perfectly right. Let's go, and from day one target integration was a success. No, it took time. And just acknowledge your mistakes, correct them, and then just improvise upon them.
Leadership can impact engagement and productivity at the workplace. So how would you describe this statement?
I would say this is definitely right. How would I describe it? Just do that. Go into the floor, just talk to somebody, and then just go, well done guys. Now, most important part is acknowledging people's recognition and having an open channel. Becomes very challenging when you're working with remote teams, when you have people in multiple countries. They're not seeing each other every day, they're not meeting each other every day, and you come through a video camera, you come through a web conference, Skype call, and while I used to think, this girl, I'm sure she must be very tall, come in and meet her, and she's only 5 foot. That's the difference. When you're actually working with remote teams, keeping them engaged is challenging.
Right.
And how you do that is using a lot more technological solutions, making sure everybody still does keep the camera on in a web conference, have weekly meetings, team meetings, and yes, your leadership is to enable and to nurture their talent. It has to be natural.
Okay, great. So coming to the end of our conversation, Rohit, I would like to ask you, how can people in leadership positions actually contribute to the success of the organization?
Now, this is a very big challenge for us as well at the moment. So when you look at it, as the organization is growing, we are hiring more people in more senior positions, more leadership roles. And one of my biggest tasks at this stage is to create more leaders in the organization. And the question that you've just asked applies perfectly to all of them. how they can ensure that the organization grows, the growth is there. They need to make sure that there is a nice set of steps, exercises available for somebody who comes in and joins under them and follows those processes nicely so that they can grow in their roles. Now think about it, leadership is all about creating your replacements. People come into your roles, exactly, people come into your roles, and then you can take a senior level position, then you can take another senior level position. When you work for small to medium sized companies, at least this is the biggest benefit, that you can go into any area possible. You can go into any department, any you can come up with your own ideas. You can say, okay, well look, I want to take care of something that the organization doesn't even do, but it's related. Can I go and do that? And I will welcome anybody with these thoughts in my organization, and I'm sure all the other leaders would like to do that as well for themselves.
So means the freedom of people is very important in the organization.
Their natural experience, their natural learning. I mean, not everybody is an engineer, not everybody is an art director, not everybody is behind the camera, or not everybody is, taking interviews. And actually, we try and do that. We come up with, we ask people to come up with ideas, and if they want to change their role to go and do something else, we encourage that. And I think every leader should do that. I would expect all of my new leadership team to take care of that as well.
Okay, that sounds brilliant. Yeah. Thank you, Rohit. It was wonderful learning about target integration and your ideas about leadership. I'm sure our viewers are going to really benefit from what you have to tell them about how to go be a good leader actually.
To be honest, 2 cents worth of advice, nothing else. Take it as a pinch of salt. If it can add value to somebody, that'll be fantastic. But I enjoyed the conversation, Ekta. Thank you very much to Amazing Workplaces for coming here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.